This is from a Reddit user that goes by Henry Belendry, and I call it Henry Belendry and the Real-Eyed Doll.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's already a banger, dude. This creeped me the hell out. I read this right before bed, too. I'm like, neat. Way to go, me. Thanks, Henry. We lived in one of many similar houses, upside down, so the bedrooms beneath and main rooms up top, all in a row. There would be weird little things like things disappearing and reappearing days or weeks later, which could maybe be explained away as forgetfulness, and an uneasy sensation downstairs to the point no one wanted to be down there alone. But the decider for me that it wasn't just a feeling or whatever was when I woke up one morning and I knew I was being watched.
I hate when that happens.
Bright sunlight in an empty room, but I just knew. So I look at the top of my wardrobe and there's a row of dolls and bears, and one doll isn't like the others. Its eyes are alive, for lack of a better word. Already, nope, and the story right there. I hope you left the house immediately, knapsack over your shoulder, Hulk theme music playing in the background as you're thumbing down the road because you don't want to go back in that room.
Good visuals.
I did the only thing I knew to do, close my eyes and reopen them, thinking it was a dream, but it was still staring at me. So I closed my eyes again, worked up my nerve, and then practically jumped off my bunk bed and sprinted for the door. I remember turning back at the door, and this thing was leaning out and smirking at me. I raced to my mom's room, climbed in with her, and hoped to dear God it didn't realize it had legs too. He spelled deer, D-E-E-R, so I picture him praying like, dear God. You know what I mean? Even creepier, wow. She refused to believe me and still claims I must have been dreaming. But when I dared myself to go in there later, you could tell it was a doll again, and so I stashed it away. It later got thrown out in a move. Still don't trust dolls. Obviously, who would? Other people in that row also experienced things. My mom's friend even scheduled herself to work midnights just so she wasn't home after dark.
Wow.
What a crazy area, man. Oh, God, I can't imagine what kind of hellscape that would be, just living in that. Because when you go home, it's supposed to be like this peaceful thing, you know, it's like, this is my area of Zen. I don't want to experience these things. Or I had a crappy day at work and then you come home, I just want to relax. Nope, the doll has real eyes. But just the idea of it like kind of leaning out and like smirking at you while you run down the hall terrified.
I mean, if you were a demon, wouldn't you do that kind of stuff?
Yeah. But that's why we know it's a demon.
It's like in the movie Beetlejuice when they're trying to be scary and they can't do it.
Yeah.
This one could be scary.
Yeah, it didn't take much. Real eyes on a doll. Everyone at home, picture it. Try going to bed now.
Try looking at your doll.
Yeah.
And, you know, for some of the listeners that are children, we apologize.
Don't look at your doll.
It's time to move on from dolls.
Yeah.
You must, because they all look at you.
And it's kind of creepy. You reach an age where you're like, this is a little much.
Well, it's kind of creepy that you go from having your dolls that are your true friends when you're a child, and you believe they have a personality and maybe even talk to you, and now we're afraid of them.
Well, yeah, because movies like Annabelle and, you know, Robert the Doll exist, you know.
Robert the Doll.
You know who Robert the Doll is.
I know who Robert Englund is. Have you told me about Robert the Doll?
Robert the Doll is like one of the most famous doll things of all time. It's like, that's like the creepy OG doll is Robert the Doll. Christian, you need to make a short about Robert the Doll. That's what you need to do.
Robert the Doll.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Okay.